All right, hey guys, I'm Kim Barrow. I am a personal trainer turned full-time mom turned online fitness coach, and this is my husband Parker.
Hello.
And we are just finishing up the last week of Beachbody's 21-day ultimate reset, and a few people, after hearing our progress, which has been really exciting, kind of wanted to hear a little bit more about it and who we think this might be for. So really quick, in short, the ultimate reset is a 21-day cleanse, detox, reset from the inside out for your body. It comes with a full nutrition guide that walks you through the right kinds of foods to eat in order to help your body do that, and it also has some supplements that you take to aid in the process. In short, there's a lot more to it, but we want to keep this video pretty quick. So really quick, our results so far, like I was talking about, we are on day 19 now. And so far I have lost 7 pounds, which is not, I wasn't really even shooting for weight loss, but hey, I'll take it. So I've lost 7 pounds. And my big kind of takeaway from this program was, kind of the emotional side of things and just kind of clarity in my head. During the first week, I wasn't having any of the big, detox and stuff, side effects because we already eat a pretty clean diet. But what I was noticing is I kind of had a lot of brain fog. I was very emotional. And I didn't realize that it was reset related, but it was just kind of pushing out all of the distractions and stuff. And after a few days, it was like I came out of the fog after getting rid of all of the, processed and congested foods that, I didn't even know were affecting me. And along with the supplements and some of the other things they teach, I now kind of have this clarity about me that I didn't know I'd gain, which is really exciting. So that's kind of my big takeaway. And Parker, your results thus far?
I lost 22 pounds so far.
What?
Yeah. And let's see. I've been sleeping better. I work graveyards. So I sleep during the day. And I sleep for a longer period of time. Before I would get 4 to 5 hours, now I'm getting 6 to 8 hours, which is pretty great.
And a house full of kids.
Yes, and that's pretty much it. Losing 22 pounds is pretty big.
It's pretty much it.
Pretty big. Big difference. I didn't feel any different. With the food, the way I felt before and after. I kind of feel a little bit drained in the third week, a little bit, but I'm assuming that's because we're just eating vegetables, but I'm every day, but I'm not hungry. That's the thing, is I'm never hungry.
It's pretty crazy.
I'm always full after I eat, and I'm never hungry throughout the day, even when I switch over from graveyards to a normal shift or a normal day during the week with my family. I still am not hungry. I still eat those 3 meals, and so in a 24-hour period. So I'm not hungry.
The sleep thing is huge. That's something I hear a lot from people, is that they sleep better. Sleep wasn't something I was struggling with, but that's awesome to hear that, because he has to be able to go to sleep really quickly, and sometimes it's hard to get your mind to quiet. So that's awesome. And 22 pounds, I mean, come on now. That's awesome. So really quick, I want to talk to you guys about why we started the Ultimate Reset. So for me, I was, like I said, already at a weight that I was pretty happy with. I wasn't really looking to drop any more weight. Sure, I was hoping to tone up a little bit more through continuing to exercise and whatnot, but I was pretty happy with where I was. I felt good. I was eating correctly. I was, had energy and things like that. But over the last 3 years of coaching, I've heard people just rave about the Ultimate Reset and how they feel amazing when they're done. But it always kind of seemed unnecessary and a little daunting to me, so I never did it. Well, then a few of my really close coach friends said they were going to do it, and my fear of missing out kicked in. And so I decided, this is something that I want to try. I don't want to, be the only one that doesn't understand how great this is. So that was my main contributor. Also, with working out as often as we do and not being 21 years old anymore, we've both kind of been experiencing some aches and pains. My knees have started to hurt, He's got some back issues and things like that. I was actually having some issues in my back as well. And it kind of felt like a good time to give our bodies a rest. You don't exercise during the ultimate reset because your body is focusing on, you know, the task at hand, and you're also not getting really enough fuel to fuel an exercise program. So it felt like a good time for us to take a break without losing, you know, the traction or the, you know, losing the momentum that we had built over the last few months with the progress we've made, I guess is what I'm looking for, with our fitness. So Parker, why did you start?
To support my wife. Well, I've been working out since December, mid-December, you know, every day. And a couple months before that, different programs on and off. And I kind of hit a plateau. And so I wasn't seeing any more weight loss. So you know, I wanted to try something new. I knew exercise wasn't cutting it, so I had to fix my diet. And so this was the next step, and I'm kind of glad I did it. Yeah.
Yay! So yeah, I definitely kind of guilted him into it because I really wanted to do it, and I knew it would be easier if he was doing it with me. So that is something that it's not necessary to have, you know, your significant other on board, but in all honesty, it has made it much, much easier because we're both eating the same things and we're both going through the process. And so that has helped quite a bit. So really quick, we're going to jump into who we think the ultimate reset is good for and who we do not think the ultimate reset is good for. So I'm going to let Parker start with that.
Yeah, I definitely think the ultimate reset is for somebody who eats somewhat healthy. It's going to be really hard for a person who hasn't made that change already in their life, from processed foods to eating fresh food, fruits and vegetables. It will be, and even after you're done, it's going to be harder to continue. So you have to change, you know, a little bit before you start the program. But you know, the program's not for everyone. If you're not willing to make that change, it's just going to be feeling like you starved yourself, or you change, you know, your diet for 3 weeks, and it's not a quick solution. It's going to be, you know, something that you want to keep on going afterwards, and we want to incorporate some of the meals into our regular meals after we're done.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree with Parker that I think to have a good experience, I mean, I know lots of people who just jump into the ultimate reset and experience a lot of side effects, you know, like caffeine withdrawal, sugar withdrawal, just feeling really hungry because they're used to eating huge portions. And this guy eats and he hasn't been hungry, but because we eat pretty okay, you know, it wasn't that huge thing. So anybody can do it, but what we're talking about is to have a really good experience. I recommend, you know, already being committed to eating well and already being committed to, you know, making those changes. Because like you said, it's not a 21-day quick fix to lose 21 pounds. I mean, that's
22,
sorry.
Yeah.
That is amazing, but it's not going to do him any good if on Monday morning when we're done with this, he wakes up and goes and gets fast food or doesn't exercise and stuff. So you have to be really committed to making this, you know, a lifestyle thing. That being said, I have a few people who are really interested in doing this, but because they're coming off of, you know, the standard American diet of salt and fat and processed food, I'm taking them through 1 to 2 rounds of the 21-day fix first. So the 21-day fix will teach them portion control, will help them start getting rid of all of the, you know, processed food and things like that, incorporating more fruits and vegetables into their diet. So that in, you know, 3 to 6 weeks, they're going to be ready to really take on this challenge and get the most out of it. So I want to talk about who this is not for. This is not for somebody who just wants to lose weight by any means. If you're willing to do anything to lose weight and you're like, oh, he lost 22 pounds in 2 weeks, you know, I'm in. Like, if that's your only driving force, I feel like this is going to be a really uncomfortable 3 weeks for you. Because you really have to be dialed into the other sides of it. Like for me, my mind, like I ended up getting into some guided meditations and doing some restorative yoga to help me get through, you know, those feelings of anxiety and stress and things like that. And, you know, we've had to really dive into other areas to really get through this. And, you know, if weight loss is your only thing, you're not going to stick with it and you're not going to reap the benefits of it. So, you know, I definitely think somebody that's just motivated by weight loss and that's it, this just isn't for you. If you're looking for something like Parker said that you can do for 3 weeks and then go back to normal, not for you. Like, we are all about helping you learn a new normal, to reset what you think is normal, you know, like to not go back to fast food and things like that. Like Parker said, we are going to be incorporating a lot of this stuff into our already healthy diet because we see where we can improve. And that's really exciting. And that's the idea of it. Anything to add there?
No.
Okay, awesome. So really, really quick, I want to wrap up by letting you know that I am going to be running a couple of groups with this over the next 2 months. So if you are ready to jump in, know that you will not be alone, that I will be there with you. Parker's going to be in the groups too to kind of give that other side of things, another perspective, I guess. So you will have the support you need. We'll help you with meal prep, with shopping lists. We'll be really upfront with the recipes that we think are worth it and the ones that maybe you can skip or the ones you can double up on. Anyway, we'll help you make this process as painless as possible. But like I said, we're believers. We love it. We're excited to be done. This has not been a cakewalk by any stretch of the imagination. No cake.
No cake.
No cake. But it's definitely been worth it. And we're super excited more than anything to kind of take this blank slate that we have and see where we can take our fitness now. Like, we're super excited to jump into our next programs. You can see our schedule's already up there. I'm doing 22-minute hardcore, and Parker's doing the hammer and chisel. So excited to see how we can hang on to our results and push them even further. All right, if you have any questions, let me know below. Talk to you guys soon.